What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. Just want to follow up on that China Warframe video shutting down thing that I talked about. Had a lot of people up in arms, if you will, and whatnot. And okay, I tried to tell you how I felt about something based off of what I could find. So, as an update, because I don't shy away from apologizing on things that I may be wrong with. I did get a couple of comments in here, and one in particular I'm talking about, Lysonel, if you will, said that he or she is from China and can provide a little bit closer view on some of the information that's going on. Okay, so first, it's only the console version of China Frame that is being shut down. It was actually announced on May 10th, not really kept a secret on the Chinese forums. But of course, I don't really have access to the Chinese forums because it's like, Anyway, there was an announcement made. I'll have a link below in the description if you can understand the language. I'm looking at the page. Mainland version of the host version to stop operating notice. Being that Google Translate is kind of crap, I don't really want to read too much of it. Star Armor is what's being translated in here from 2015. Star Armor host version of the mainland formerly launched the National Dress Day. See, Google Translate is just junk. Just junk. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, so it is shutting down, but it's the PS4 version that is shutting down, or the console versions, if you will. The PC version is still running. Currently, the version is Octavia's Anthem, and Prime Access is Banshee Prime. In terms of what is over there on the China Frame, the two versions are controlled actually by different companies, which is not something that I knew about. So the console version is controlled by Perfect World, where the PC version is actually controlled by Change U. So did not realize that that was the case. I thought it was all under one. Good to know. Thank you very much. The two companies are completely independent from each other. As far as it is known, obviously, Perfect World doesn't own DE. The company that brought DE is yet another company called Liu, which we talked about. I had talked about that a while ago. Which doesn't really have anything to do with Perfect World financially. Liu is a Hong Kong company, and obviously does hold other games as well, based off of what he was saying here. Something Splash Damage, Fire Team, War Chest. I have personally never heard of any of those. And they've got roughly a $70 million company, if you will. So that's interesting to see how that is split up. Did not realize that. I mean, I know that like 5 or 10% is actually owned by Perfect World, where the rest of it is now owned by Liu. I mean, they still sold the whole company out to there, but it's obviously a different way of looking at it based off of the information now that I have that information. So again, thank you very much for giving me that information. Some of the personal thoughts is that the reason the China Frame PlayStation is shut down is probably due to the fact that the Chinese don't really play the PlayStation, and that Chinese players can actually register for the global build accounts very easily. And I would venture to say that a lot of them actually do play on the PC global build anyway, or even the PS4 global build if they want to. I assume they can if they want to, but I guess that really wouldn't matter at this point since that's being shut down. Well, the China version of it's being shut down, so I guess they could go over to the regular global version if you wanted to. There should still be a difference between Excalibur Umbra Prime and the Excalibur Umbra that we'll be seeing, because this update is going to be on China Frame PC one day at some point. And the Chinese founders have the Excal Umbra as part of the founder pack, so it should not be released there again. So it would just be like the regular Excal Umbra. So it'd be kind of like Excalibur Prime with regular Excalibur. There's not really that much of a difference other than visuals. And what's more, the China Frame PS doesn't have Excal Umbra at all, as far as it is known. So, similar to over here, where the PC players have the or the founders, which were originally PC players, had access to Excalibur Prime if they pre-purchased the Founders Pack. Same thing apparently happened over there, where if the PC players purchased the Founders Pack, they have access to it where it didn't go roll into the PlayStation version. Good to know. Again, I appreciate all the information. I'd rather get it out there and we all know what's going on than not. And, it is what it is. I'll admit that some stuff I said was probably wrong, but you never really know. I mean, it still comes down to we don't know about the investors. The investor could turn around and say, nope, we're done with something either way. So, just FYI. I would really sincerely hope we aren't, because I'd like to see the next direction of the game really take hold, as I've said before. And I'm not trying to create hyperbole or create drama like others have said in the comments, and that apparently my videos recently have been a ton of hyperbole, which is absolutely not true. The last time I had anything that I talked about drama or hyperbole, if you will, I don't even know. It was months ago. I tried to stay away from most of this crap because, but it's there. It was news. I thought it was important to tell people about the game change, the game being shut down someplace else, because there are effects of it. Sure, it may not affect the game now, but we've all played other games where it eventually does come to play as to how things could roll out. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be negative about things. I'm just saying you have to look at it from both sides. Always have to be objective about it. That's all I'm saying. I still stick by what I was saying earlier. I'm not going to change some of that stuff around, but here's more informative information so we know that it's just, it is what it is. Alright? I'll talk to you soon.